Hello, hello. It's time for fishing friends. How's it going, everybody? How's it going?
Going good, going good.
It's Fishing Friends with Danny and Gina. I'm Danny, and that's Gina.
Gina. Is my camera okay?
Yeah.
Am I fuzzy this time? Awesome.
You look nice and clear this time. It's great.
Yeah, I'm in my front main house where I get better internet reception. So hopefully I'm more crisp, more clear.
All right. We got Anthony's fishy friends here. First one to say something all the way a half hour early. Then we got Scott's Aquatics, Scotty Aquati. How's it going, man? Vibes Aquatics, the newest, baddest mod out there. Sharing a whole bunch of stuff already. Doing his thing. And then we got Only Oscars. One of my awesome Patreons is here.
She says we're both so pretty. Thank you.
Yeah, I've been posting some of my karaoke songs to my Patreon for my Patreon members, and I did just recently upload another one, but I haven't actually put it onto Patreon yet. I keep forgetting to do that. It's been like 2 days now, and
it happens.
Yeah, I upload them to YouTube unlisted so that I can just put the link right there on my Patreon for people.
He's my mess, in fact. That's all my son's books and stuff that I have to go through.
Oh, it's totally fine. So how was your week there, Gina?
It was good. We got a lot of really cool fishing. I haven't filmed any shorts yet. I meant to do it today, but every time I got to do it or got around to doing it, we had like 4 people come in all at once.
Wow.
We had finally got a marine beta in, so that's what I'm most excited to film.
Nice.
Have some new starfish, it's called a double starfish. So it's like a lengthia, so it's like a skinnier, but on the main body of it, there's like another star pattern. So it looks like it's called a double starfish. So it's really cute. Yeah. Some other things that were really cool that came in, but those were like the main 2, like the new to me. So I was most excited for it. But yeah, otherwise just working. A first happened at work today. I got stung by a lionfish today.
Oh no.
I was scrubbing tanks, not paying attention to what tank I was in, and I accidentally cornered him up in the top corner. So when I went to go swipe, it pushed him out of the water, and then he got me. But it was only painful for a few hours, and then I'm fine. So
yeah, it doesn't have any swelling or mark or anything.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a red mark, and what's crazy, so he got me right here, so it was radiating in this joint and in this joint. So it's like an injection needle, like that kind of spike pain. And it's like somebody injected a needle right into the joint. But it would come in waves, so it would come and go.
Interesting.
For about 4 hours, and then it started to dissipate. So
wow.
That's fun.
Craig Broderick in chat now. The Nano Aquarium guy is here. And Danikin Aquatics is here as well.
I need to send you his play it whenever he comes in. I made a little video of Danikin twerking on the morning show.
Oh no.
I need to send it to you so you can play it. I'm gonna spread it to everybody. I gave a copy of it I uploaded a copy of it to Misfits, and then I sent a copy of it to Jess so she can include it in the little video for the super chats and stuff.
Oh, nice. There we go.
Gonna get around.
Yeah, I missed that. I haven't been catching the morning show here recently.
I think it was Tuesday. It was an all boy cast.
Oh, interesting.
And they were joking about if they were saying that they didn't get as many super stickers or super chats And I think one of them joked about twerking if they did, so I sent a $20 super sticker, and Kenny ended up twerking.
There
Best
you
$20
go.
I ever spent.
And Kenny's pretty cheap, apparently.
Oh, you wouldn't twerk for $20?
Nope,
Oh,
not for
yeah.
20.
Jason said the same thing. He's like, no, it needs to be like a $100 drop to make him twerk. I was like, I
Yep.
don't have that much.
Yeah, $100 will make me twerk for sure. You know what? Screw it. If anybody wants to, there's a link to my PayPal and stuff there at the
Oh,
bottom. You send me $100, I'll twerk on this stream right now.
$100. We need all the twerk clips. Yes. And then Eric Wyrock worked a little bit yesterday morning, and I got that on screen grab. I'm just gonna have a collab. I'm gonna have a collab video of just all the Fish fan members twerking,
Yep.
building my collection.
I should have glassboxhero@gmail.com attached to my PayPal account now, so you can
There
find
you go. He was cheap. Only Oscar says.
Oh man,
This is gonna be an interesting night. How was your week?
I had a really interesting week. I ended up with yesterday off because we had a couple trucks break down, so
Oh,
some other people have a little bit more priority when it comes to their route because they only see their customers like once a month, whereas I see my customers every 2 weeks. So
yeah.
on Thursday, I just rode with somebody else, and that kind of gave me some bad anxiety because I'm riding passenger seat down these back country roads and stuff, going 55 miles an hour. And it's like I'm not in control of the vehicle, so it's like, right there on the edge and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then so I kind of on Thursday I was just like, because they kind of asked like, hey, did anybody want to work on Saturday? And I kind of joked like, I'll work on Saturday if I get to go home today. And it didn't really work on Thursday, but I pulled the same line on Friday. It's like I'll work on Saturday if I get to go home today. And the boss is like, okay,
Okay.
like, all right, bye. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, and it was hot yesterday.
Yeah,
It was so hot.
yeah.
Monster Fish Gal, what's up?
Today wasn't really that hot, but then with like the rain and stuff, it was just kind of miserable out
It was just icky sticky. Yeah.
there. We got Monster Fish Gal here. We got Scuba Stevo's Aquatics is here now. Great to see
Daniken says, I would shoot for $100. He would have twerked in a G-string. No, nobody wants to see that. Nobody
No,
give
definitely
Daniken
not.
$100, please.
Scotty the Fish Freak is here for Marco, but I don't see Marco. Marco's in the other room.
She is in the other room. I can go get her really quick. Hold on.
That's a lie. Come here. Come here. You're not gonna listen, are you? Come here. Okay. You do you. For a hamburger today, I will gladly pay you on Tuesday. Okay.
Oh,
Don't get that in reference to.
there she is. Say hello. Hello. Hello.
Marco's so great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So this weekend is 4th of July.
Yes.
For those of you that are not in the United States, you don't celebrate 4th of July. Because it's, our special holiday here in the United States about when we said screw you to, England and the dang queen. But is Danny too young for Wimpy? Oh, I might be too young for Wimpy. I don't know. We celebrate the overthrow of a king. Yes, exactly. Exactly. But one of the ways that we celebrate here in the United States is by just shooting off fireworks, And I personally don't care much for fireworks anymore. They just don't really do it for me. It's just a lot of loud booms and stuff. I feel like a dog. I just want to hide under the couch myself.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are some things like I just been kind of thinking about, like, we all have different sorts of animals. People have dogs, people have cats. We all have, fish, and Gina and I have birds as well. And so it's like, these fireworks and stuff can be really difficult on some humans, but it's like we don't always think about how difficult it is on our animals,
Do you hear that? Are you close enough that you heard that?
Oh, I'm hearing stuff all the time out my window. I don't know if any of it's coming through the our microphones or not, but I'm hearing stuff all the time.
I'm right by the Egan Center, and I don't know if they're doing their thing tonight or tomorrow.
Oh. They might be doing a little bit of a practice run tonight or something.
Right.
Bunny Viper's here.
Yeah, my older husky is especially like terrified of fireworks. So we've already given him his calming aid for the night in preparation.
Right. So they've already started making all these different calming aids for, dogs and cats.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them, especially nowadays in our more current world, like we're getting a lot of like cannabis infused products and stuff too. Yep. Some that don't have THC, that's just like CBD and stuff. So you can even go to a pet store and buy CBD infused products to help calm your pets. But they don't sell stuff like that for fish. They don't sell stuff like that for birds. They don't sell stuff like that for, guinea pigs and for hamsters and stuff like that necessarily. Sometimes you can find things like that, but it's like playing medication, but oh yeah. That's a good song. But yeah, it's like, how can we like do anything about like birds?
Right.
Fish, I don't think the sound necessarily travels into the water very well unless it's like super close to your house, and you actually get the concussion from the explosion.
Right. Yeah.
I wonder how, like,
or the lights flashing or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe ponds would be affected more.
Yeah. Ponds could be affected. And I mean, thinking about people shooting fireworks in their local neighborhoods and stuff too, like you might end up with debris from an actual like firework in your pond or bottle rockets in your pond. And, how could that affect, your pond too?
Yeah, the water chemistry.
Yeah. That could, depending on how much debris you get in there, it could really throw off your water chemistry. Yeah.
Bunny, I see you. Hello. You were so good last night on Big Tank Hank. So good.
I watched the replay of that. That was a great one.
It was a good one.
Big Tank Hank is such a nice man.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just so much. No, fun isn't really the right word. He's just so nice to talk to. Like such a great man.
Soothing.
Oh. Okay. I see what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting. I know you definitely have to be really careful about like smoking around birds because, their lungs are just way more sensitive than ours, and then they just breathe way more rapidly than us. So if you were to like blow smoke in their face, it's not like one or two hits to them. They're breathing it in and out and in and out and in and out about 50 times right in front of their face. And so it's like, plus, in order to, quote unquote, die from smoking cannabis or whatever, you have to basically smoke your entire body weight in an hour or less. And so that's incredibly easy for a bird to do. Birds are very lightweight. They have hollow bones, and they breathe incredibly fast and have very efficient lungs that are very sensitive. So, like, yeah, I heard a story about, like one of my friend's dads was in a Rush cover band, and they were all, hanging out, doing their like band practice. And before they did band practice, they had their little smoke circle, and blew smoke in this like cockatoo's face or whatever. And it just like instantly froze. And there's like, what? And trying to like make it move and stuff, and it didn't move. They went through their entire band practice, went back to it. It was still like frozen in place. They like tapped on the cage and it just like fell over. Like it was like dead instantly. It's sad.
Yeah. Give me just a second.
But yes, that is true there, June. And consuming it is a little bit differently as well. She'd hang on the cage and mumble. Oh my goodness. That's funny. We got Liquid Zoo Only Fins here. Moist Matt. And Bunny's there sharing Vibes link, because Vibes is such a great mod. Sharing everybody's links out there. Oh, wait. Did I see? Oh, we got Dennis Christensen here. And somebody shared Zen Ginger's link, but I don't see the Zen Ginger. I didn't say hi to B Wizzle either. Gotta say hi to him.
B Wizzle.
There's Zen Ginger. Okay, she's way up there. All right. Yes, I'm here. I see you, Zen. How you doing, Mandy?
Hi, Zen. And then Matt's here too. I saw Matt pop in.
Yep.
Sorry, she pooped on me, so I had to go clean it up.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah. It's a really wet one, so it like soaked through the shirt a little bit. So I need to clean that up.
Yeah, that's definitely the downside of getting bigger birds.
Bigger poops.
Birds have bigger poops.
Yeah. Yep.
T-Bones Fishies.
T-Bones, what's up?
How you doing, buddy?
We have a decent sized crowd. Oh, is Rico not going tonight?
I don't remember seeing a notification for him, so probably not. And that's probably why we got actually a decent crowd here.
That's cool. That's cool. I know he's been really tired lately. My fish don't do that.
Yeah.
Well,
you don't really have to worry about your fish pooping on you necessarily. But I mean, whenever you're sticking your hands into the tank, like you're basically sticking your hands in, fish toilet. So.
Yep. Yep. Are you gonna come up here now? Come here. Come on. Oh my gosh. Don't excuse my 70-pound lap dog.
James did salty Saturdays.
Oh God. Come on. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yep. Thank you. There we go.
Crypt Keeper Aquatics is here now. Oh my goodness. Dog.
Yeah. Yep. Hello. Yes. I love you too. I know. Lay down. Oh, okay. Or get down. She loves this chair, is what it is. So she gets jealous when I'm in it. Riley, hey.
Okay. Sorry there, Bunny Viper. I know migraines suck.
Aw. Entertain me. We will try. We will try.
Here we are now. Entertain us.
James did a salty Saturday, so I don't think Rico would have gone anyway, but who knows? I'll have to check that out. I'll have to check the replay on that.
Yeah, I haven't been getting much notifications for James anymore.
I noticed that today. I didn't get any notification for Mississippi Hippie. Misfit was on. She interviewed Misfit. I didn't get a 30-minute notification for it. Yeah, it was weird.
I got a notification for it.
YouTube's just being weird lately then.
I was at work and I couldn't watch it, but I got a notification for it.
That was during a little bit of a slow period, so I was able to listen in and while I was at work. I think one person came in while I was listening to it and I was just doing a water test, so nothing too demanding.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, it was a good one. It was a good one. If anybody hadn't watched it, go check out Mississippi Hippie.
Yeah. And go subscribe to Bunny Viper to help her with her migraine.
Yes. Cheer Bunny up. Help Bunny feel better.
Yes, Hank's Reptile Show is on, and I think that's actually currently going on. Or might have already been over by now. I'm not 100% sure, but he has what was it? Python breeder on, or
okay,
something like that. Birthing pythons. It's some it's named something like that. I can't remember what it is. Yeah, YouTube has been weird for like 10 years.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like, I will get notifications for like the same channel over and over, and it's like I haven't been watching this channel in like a good long time. But then the channels that I like watch more consistently, I don't get the notification for.
Yeah. Vinoski, what's up?
Vinoski Fish Kotal. Yes, smash that like button. Send out that notification for everybody else.
Yes. I get notifications for live streams 3 days after it's over. That's not
I get that too. I get that too. It's ridiculous. Or I'll get the notification like right when the live stream is like over.
Oh.
So I'll get the notification and be like, "Hey everybody!" It's like, "All right, we'll see you next time." It's like, oh.
Right. Dang it.
Yeah, that's always the worst. And I forgot to say hi to Select Pet. I totally saw him in here earlier and just didn't say anything.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, I did a big water change on this tank that I'm showing right now today. I lost my last Synodontis petricola that was in there.
Aw, I'm sorry.
I don't know. I just have no luck keeping those guys. I think mainly what it is the white cloud minnows are just like too food aggressive or something. To where none of the food actually got like down to the substrate to really like sustain them and stuff. But those white cloud minnows, like when you see them popping out, like they're super fat. And they've been eating like crazy.
Matt says, humble self promo. Fish Fam Lake Patreons can download an app that'll give them real-time notifications. There you go.
Yes, yes.
I need to check that out then.
You don't necessarily have to well, I'm not going to necessarily tell people not to become a Patreon to Fish Fam Link. But if you are on My Fish Tanks Aquatics Discord channel, one of his specific channels on his channel overall, it just posts a link to everybody's live stream as soon as it pops up. Like, so he's got like his app like connected to his Discord basically. So I
Yeah,
have a
same.
note.
There's a Fish Fam Discord also, and same thing. Matt has it so that whenever somebody goes live, there's a link that gets posted to the live channel.
So I keep my notifications on for Discord. I have them silent notifications, but I still see it all the time. It's like, oh, somebody's live and somebody else is live.
Yep.
There's so many people now in the Fish Fam that there's people going live that I've never heard of these names before.
Right.
And if like I wasn't at work and stuff, I would totally go be checking these people out.
Oh, Matt says that he helped John set that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
It is. It's very nice, especially for when YouTube decides to mess up.
Yeah. Like always.
Like always. Yes. I just like the 30-minute notification because, yeah, I'll be at work and I'm just like, okay, I got 30 minutes to finish this task and to make sure I can hop in at least like 5-10 minutes early to, keep it running. So then, but then sometimes I forget if I hop in 5-10 minutes early and then all of a sudden it starts in my ear and I'm like, oh God, what? Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Nice. So you put elephant ears and spider plants in your fish tank. I had good success growing a spider plant out of one of my fish tanks for a good long while. And not quite sure exactly what happened, but eventually the spider plant just kind of started dwindling away and the pothos just kept growing. So I just kind of figured there probably just wasn't enough overall nutrients in the water column itself to sustain both of them. Or who knows, maybe spider plants just can't really long-term grow out of water like that. Because I did notice the roots just kind of grew so far and then they just kind of stopped growing. So maybe that's kind of what it is too.
Now, are you talking about like marginal, like just at the top of the tank?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I have a spider plant. Maybe if it puts out runners, I might try it.
Yeah, that's how I started. I put out one of the little runners. I cut it off and just like put it in a glass with a little bit of water at the bottom until it started getting like water roots. Yeah. And then I just put it in like what I have here on this. Oh,
I see in the back there. Yeah.
So I put a little basket with some leca in there and shoved it in the middle and then just hooked it on the side of the tank and you get all the roots and stuff out of there.
Nice.
But that's a pothos growing out of this tank that is on screen. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not too worried about the spider plant being gone. I can always try again, but I really like growing pothos out of the tanks for sure. And the tank that had the spider plant, I'm growing marble queen pothos out of it. It's my gully tank, and now the pothos is going both directions, so it's gonna be pretty sweet when it really like grows in super thick.
Yep. I'm so excited. We're gonna pick up. Okay, so I wanted to get a 120 for the black belt cichlid I'm getting from Misfit during the Triple Crown, and we went on Facebook Marketplace to find used ones, and this guy had it listed as a 120, but we asked for the dimensions just to confirm, and it's not a 120, it's a 117, so it's close enough, but it's only 5 foot instead of 6 foot.
That's a 120. So it only holds actually 117 gallons, but it's labeled as a 120.
Right.
The same way a 55 gallon only actually holds like 47 gallons of water.
Right. Yeah, it was like 5 foot by 18 and a half by, I don't remember.
Yeah, I think a standard 120 is actually, I think it's 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot. But
I put the dimensions in the tank ordering screen that we have at work, and it said 117. So
yeah, Yeah, I feel like that said a 120 holds 117 gallons. So technically, yes, it is a 120 because
yeah,
120 is from the outside dimensions, not the inner dimensions.
right. So we're picking it up tomorrow. I'm so excited.
Yay!
And then Monday through work, I'm gonna order all my sand. I still haven't decided on the rock. I found a whole box of Dragonstone at work, so I just have to talk to the boss about how much he'll sell it to me for. Um, and then it's supposed to come with some rock too, so I have to see what it comes with, and then kind of decide what stone I'm gonna get to kind of supplement it. But yeah, I'm excited. So excited to get it started. And then there's a common pleco at work in our cichlid tank, our one cichlid tank at work. He's already like 7 or 8 inches. I might start cycling the tank with him in there.
Yeah, there you
Not
go, Dennis.
not
Yeah,
start.
African violets and lots of stuff you can grow out of the edge of your tank.
Yeah. Now I don't mean like start like fill up the tank and throw a pleco in there. I know better than that. I'm gonna let it like cycle for like a week or two, but then
Yeah.
I'll add him in before I go to the Triple Crown.
Honestly, you should let that tank really establish for a good long time before you add a pleco because they need stuff to graze off of.
Right. Yeah, that is true. So yeah, maybe I'll wait till after the cichlid establishes in there.
Yeah. So you said you're building this at work?
No, at home. It's gonna go actually right in front of me.
Oh.
My empty 55 is there now. We're gonna take that over to my stepsister's house tomorrow, and then we're gonna run out and go get the 120. So
Nice.
excited. It says it comes with a pump also. I don't know how old it's gonna be. I might have to buy a new hang on the back filter for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see how it is, what shape it's in, and all that stuff. So if it still works,
really cool.
yeah.
I still want to get a 125, a 6-foot tank.
Yeah. I'm excited. It's my first big fish and it's my first cichlid, so I'm excited.
What type of cichlid is it?
She's a black belt.
Oh yeah, that's right. The black belt that Misfit.
Yeah, it's always in his background. Because he wants to do something else with the tank, but he can't. He's been trying to find somebody to either buy her or rehome her to, and he hasn't had any luck. So I was like, I'll take her. Yeah. I'll do it. I'm excited.
Yeah. African violets are a great idea. You can do peace lilies. You can do monstera. Honestly, I think you could probably grow a garden croton out of your tank as well, because I have it growing basically hydroponically in my vivarium. Most of the roots are actually in the water. So
T-Bones, I probably should do a video of me setting it up and scaping it. I probably should do that. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Do a time lapse of me setting up the rock and then tearing it down because I hate it, and then setting it up and then tearing it down, and yeah. Doing it like 5 or 6 times until I get it how I like it.
You gotta get like a giant piece of driftwood.
Yes, and I plan on doing getting that at the Triple Crown.
Nice.
Because I thought about ordering it through work, but then I don't see it. So it's like you get what you get, and I want to be able to see it, and make sure it's exactly the shape I want, and all that stuff. So
there's gonna be some really cool stuff, and lots of vendors selling different things from all over, and it's gonna be
I'd be more surprised. I'd be more surprised if I didn't find a nice piece of wood.
Right. And I remember that's where I got my manzanita wood for my gully tank last year. Was at the ACA, and I got the really awesome wood that I got going out like that into the tank, and it was really cool to just talk to the dude about his business and all that stuff. But then he just had big, gigantic boxes just filled with all different pieces of wood, and I'm just like, I like this piece, I like that piece, and it's so much fun to pick out wood that way.
because I want to really set up the rockscape first. Because I need to know how big of a piece of wood. Like, do I need a 2-foot piece, a 3-foot piece? Like, I need to figure out the rocks first before I decide how big of a piece of wood I need.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no, I think I like to pick out the piece of wood first, and then I mean that's just me. I like to pick out the piece of wood first, and then get the rocks to go around the piece of wood that I want.
And I can always rearrange it too whenever I get home before I put her in. Speaking of Misfit, hello. We're
Yep,
talking about
Misfit right there.
I'll be right back.
Okay. But yeah, I've been working on some different things. I don't have any more of my baby Africans in the 55 back in my fish room. So I'm thinking about potentially rescaping it. Well, yeah, I'm probably going to rescape it. It's got so much lava rock in there that I'll probably just keep that lava rock in there. Like, I don't want to necessarily mess up the cycle of that tank. It's got a lot of, like, giant pieces of Java fern and trident fern in there. So I'm just going to rearrange everything, rescape it all, and then I'll probably move the 5 White Cloud minnows that I have in this 10-gallon here and all these plants and stuff into that tank as well. And then get some more White Cloud minnows and try breeding those in that 55.
Yeah.
Because right now I think I only have males. They also have really nice color and keep dancing at each other. So
trying to breed, but can only get so far.
Yep. We got 28 people in here. Thanks everybody for joining us.
Thank you. Gina, SR Aquarius carries different woods. They have great WYSIWYG section. Oh, my new Guppy King shows a good example. Yeah, WYSIWYG. I know. I just heard that at work for the first time like a month ago. They're just like, oh yeah, let's check they're ordering, and they're like, let's check the WYSIWYG. I'm like, what's a WYSIWYG? They're like, you never heard of it? And then I read it, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that you could like pronounce it that way.
Well, yeah, I've never pronounced it out. I've just called it the what you see and what you get section.
Exactly. And they're like, yeah, it's WYSIWYG. I'm like, oh my God, that's my new favorite acronym now.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Bit pricey. Yeah, I don't care about if it's pricey. Yeah, if it's a good WYSIWYG section, heck yeah, I'll check that out.
Tropical World Pets tends to have some good driftwood or whatever, but they only ever seem to have spiderwood.
Yeah.
And maybe a little bit of like Java wood in like the reptile section, but that's not really good for your aquarium.
Yeah, I haven't checked out the wall recently. I know he's got a huge rock wall, but I don't remember seeing a lot of wood. I'll have to check him out sometime too. But no, I say I really want to get her some nice caves to like hide in and tuck in. So that's why I kind of want to do the rock first. Make that kind of focus, the rock work, and then just put a piece of wood that kind of fits. I might do 2 caves on either side and then leave the middle open and like maybe put a piece of wood in the back, like against the back wall. That's kind of my preliminary thought until I actually get the rock and start trying to scape it.
Yeah. Yeah, Vibes, there's so many different types of elephant ear plants. I've been seeing a lot of really beautiful ones as I go to my different customers' house. Some that have reds and pinks and purples involved. And some that aren't nearly as big as your standard, like, giant green elephant ear plant. But then, yeah, that's really awesome, Zen. 75s for 125.
Yep.
That's a steal. And
so I've heard people throw out different prices. I don't know if they're just doing the half off in store, maybe if they're doing a better sale online. I would check online.
Yeah. Always check online for coupons and stuff too, because
right,
you can use an online coupon for in-store pickup.
Yeah, so yeah, if it's on sale online and if it's available, do the buy online, pick up in store.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how I got an awesome deal on my 60-gallon breeder and stands. So
I'll have to check out that link, Bunny. If you don't mind either emailing it or texting it to me, because I can't. I'd have to wait for the chat to appear in replay to click that link.
But obviously, Mandy, you downsized for a reason. You downsized so that you could fit this 75-gallon in your house, right? Yeah.
That's what we'll say. So yeah, those are my big plans. I say because I got my shrimp. I got my shrimp on what day was I up on the morning show? Was that Thursday, my day off. And that's when the shrimp came in that Misfit sent me. So now my shrimp tank is complete. Now moving on to the next tank.
They often just have the coupons labeled there, Ivy. What the main thing I think about is there was a time like a year ago or something like that where Petco was having their like 50% off sale or dollar per gallon sale, whatever you want to call it, but it's really a 50% off sale now.
Yeah, now it is. Now it's
And
just
at the same time, they had a special going on where you get like 20% off an online purchase.
It's probably
So
like
there was
friends of
people
family.
that were buying their tanks for in-store pickup, getting the dollar per gallon price, and then an additional 20% off of that.
I wonder if that was like the friends and family discount that they sometimes do.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So yeah, you just always want to look out for that. And then also just sometimes the online price is better than what you see in store.
Yep. Yeah.
And
So
if the
somebody.
in-store price is better than online, well, then they fixed it for you there when you're in the store. So
Yeah. So Vibes is asking about an FX6 on sale. Check online. Most likely, I think only those go on sale for like Black Friday weekend in the store, but online they go on sale more frequently. So always check online.
yeah. Yeah, see a lot of people don't realize that there's a whole different world online than it is in stores sometimes. Especially at like some of these bigger stores too. Like that's how Target would get you. Like I remember when I worked at Target, there'd be online sales and there'd be in-store sales. Now, if you were a smart customer and you showed us the online sale when you were in store, a lot of the times we would end up giving it to you.
Because they
But
want to make a sale in the store. Yep.
well, right.
Yep.
It's just save the sale or whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just kind of funny.
Yep. Yep. I'm also just so excited for the Triple Crown. I still haven't decided what time I'm gonna leave Friday. If I want to try to leave early and then just go straight to the event and then try to go to the hotel because hotel check-in's not till 4. Or if I want to try to time it so I get to the hotel at 4 and check in and then just hang out with them. I haven't quite decided yet.
So I took off Tuesday through Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And Tuesday I'm just gonna like chill at my house, get myself all packed and ready to go, make sure my animals are good, bring my parakeets over to my sister's house so that she can watch them over there because they've had parakeets before. And then basically my brother is going to be in charge of, my fish tanks and making sure my cat has food. And then that's pretty much all he has to do. Just make sure I don't have any dead fish. Like, I don't even think he needs, for being gone for like 5 days, he doesn't have to worry about feeding my fish. Maybe my African well, I might not have any African cichlids by the time I leave for the Triple Crown. We'll see. But, yeah, the Triple Crown is the end of July in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yep, yep. I'm so
I am
excited.
losing my voice from talking so much and
This
doing
is
so
the
much
first
karaoke
time.
the last couple days.
This is the first time I'm really traveling, like especially by myself, since before I had Kane. So 12 plus years. So I'm so excited.
Chewy is here, Lunatic Fringe. It was really funny, Chewy. I heard the song Lunatic Fringe on the radio today. And as soon as I heard them announce it on KC95, I'm like, huh.
Yeah, a guy with that name.
Yeah. I'm so excited for the Triple Crown. And then I have a friend, my old roommate lives in like southeast Missouri, like right there in that little bitty the
And the boot heel,
actual heel of the boot.
the boot heel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so it's kind of out of the way, but I'll have plenty of time or whatever. So I'm gonna go straight down the line of Missouri at first and hang out with him for like an hour or two, maybe grab some lunch, and
yeah,
then head over to Kentucky, and then do the whole thing, and hope make it out by Wednesday night to do the Fish House tour.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can't
Bunny.
wait.
Yeah, you could have totally met me here in St. Louis and we could have ridden together. Bunny's in Oklahoma. That would have been so cool. That's the
Yes.
other thing. It's the longest I'm going to be driving by myself somewhere in a long time. So that's going to be interesting. I plan on having like a whole line of energy drinks and snacks lined up.
Man, T-Bones, it seems every year it changes. There wasn't much going on in COVID, and I wasn't involved really in any of this before COVID. So, like this year, you've heard it on the morning show. If you've watched the morning show, like they're talking about all the different stuff. There's like the 3 or 4 different Aquashellas.
Yeah,
There's the Triple Crown event, which the Triple Crown isn't normally one event. It's normally 4 different events.
right.
So now like that's 4 events in one. So it's like, but even so, that's still like 5 events we're talking about. And then you got the Keystone Clash. You got all the saltwater events that don't
Yeah.
really get mentioned nearly as much.
Yeah. Well, Aquashell is so big
Reefapalooza.
for saltwater. Reefapalooza is a big one. And then local ones like there's a local club called Slash that usually has a big
Yep.
frag swap.
And then each club has their own, auctions and stuff that go on. We have a Maasai auction probably 5 or 6 times a year, along
Yep.
with swaps 5 or 6 times a year. And then there's lots of different stuff. You have the Catfish Cataclysm up in like Illinois, and oh man,
Fishy Mon, what's up? Fishy Mon's here.
yeah. If you really start to count all the club stuff, whatever, it's there's no number that you can come up with.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. If your bro lives near there, just take a little trip down to see your bro and just be like, bro, I need a place to stay for this fishy event.
Yep. I know
Give me
Scuba Steve.
a bed or a
Um,
couch.
I know Scuba Steve lives in Louisville, so I need to get with him and have him tell me where all the mom and pop restaurants are, the good places to eat.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I want to
Mhm.
get a list of all the real restaurants,
Yep.
not those like chain ones or the the standard like tourist restaurant or whatever. I want like the real ones.
Now, if there is a unique chain out there, I will go maybe for lunch or something. But for
Yeah,
dinner, I want to support the mom and pop places.
right. Yeah, definitely. And then they have the best food too. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
real food.
And then I still need to book my hotel.
You need to get on that. Prices are only going up each day.
Yeah, I know.
I just switched mine from one adult to two adult just in case anything comes up. I can have somebody stay with me. Like, I don't know. I just paranoia. I always think of the worst thing that can happen. So I just switched it to two, and I think I had to pay like $20 more a night because I did it like just like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, rates are
Fishy
going up.
Mom. I
You
haven't
go,
seen you in forever.
Fishy Mon. What's up? What's up? I've seen him lurking in a few chats, but yeah, not as frequently as usual.
I personally haven't seen Fishy Man in a good long while.
Oh, like
And then
in person?
Anthony Fishy Friends is back in. He said hi like an hour ago, but now he's back in chat.
Anthony. Gina, I do that all the time. I know. I just think of worst case scenario and my mind
I'm
just can't.
always a worst case scenario person, and that's one of the reasons why I like still haven't like booked a hotel room yet or whatever. Because it's like, what if I don't have the money? Like,
Well, see, so whenever I book, they don't take the money up front. I don't think you actually pay until you check in.
right? No, I know that's true, but it's just like I don't know, like it's like the panic of like if I don't book the hotel room, like I can still sell my ticket or something. Like if I have like
Yeah,
like, I don't know.
that is true.
Yeah,
If something happens 4 days before the event and outside, inside that window, like, because I think you have like a 5 day cancellation without being charged. So what if something happens 4 days before the event, like three
yeah,
days before the event? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, I've been thinking about it when I'm at work, and then it's like I don't do it when I get home. But it's like I need to like get on like Trivago and Priceline or whatever and check out a couple hotels right there in the area. Because I'm not even like concerned about actually trying to book like the hotel. I know that one's going to be probably expensive just
oh
because
yeah,
of the event going on itself.
yeah, um, yeah.
What about sharing a room? I've thought about sharing a room. I offered to share a room with Terry, like Terry's Tropical Tanks, but he's got too much stuff going on with his wife and everything. He can't take a week away from the house.
Um, can you usually pay $25 to get the flexibility to cancel? Yeah, there is an extra. There's like an upcharge option, um, so that you can't like more flexible cancellation, but that's more money. So,
Yeah.
what flavor am I vaping? It's kiwi, passion fruit, something. It's really good. Car rental hack, rent a U-Haul instead. Oh my god. Oh my god, you're right.
Yep.
That's a, but that's more gas too.
Yeah.
The van
But
or the
it's still
truck
cheaper.
yeah. That is true. Yeah, the rates are a lot would weigh it out. Yep. Would balance it out.
But yeah, I'm not going to the Clash there, Fishy Man. I'm going to the Triple Crown. That's the only
Yeah.
event that is relatively close that I feel like I can actually attend. I would really like to go to like Fishtoberfest and some of that other stuff, but that's just not going to work out this year.
Is there a small U-Haul? I know they have trucks and vans, so you don't
They
have to get like a
do.
big box truck.
They do have like Ford F-150s or whatever. You can get like just a pickup truck.
Yep. Yeah, I can't go to the Clash either. It's too so summertime is the slow season for my work for my saltwater LFS. The fall time is usually when it starts picking up, so the store is going to need me. Um,
Yeah.
and also I am not driving out to the Clash. I would want to fly, which is more money.
Yeah.
That is too long to drive.
My thing is like flying is a much safer form of travel, but it's like I just don't want to fly because then I have to worry about either renting a car or trying to get rides all over the place. And I don't like trying to rely on other people to get me around.
Right.
Like
How long?
my parents offer all the time to like, oh well, we're all going to the same place. Why don't we just carpool? It's like, but if we carpool, I can't leave early if I get an anxiety attack or something, you know? So
Yeah. And that's also why I didn't really want to room with somebody else, is that I need a place to recluse away. When my panic attacks hit, like they hit hard. So
yeah.
I need a place to recluse away and get away from people if I need to.
Yeah, exactly. I need that. And it's like when you share a room, especially depending on who you share a room with, like you might never get a moment of silence.
And I know, and I don't think anybody would bother me, but it's just that it adds to my anxiety. So I'm having a panic attack, and if somebody else is in the room with me, then I'm like, now I'm bothering them with my panic attack, and it's making me panic more, even though like we could just be not talking, just in the same room. But I'm just like, now I'm just ruining the vibe because I'm sitting here being stupid, and then yeah, just freaking out
Yep.
more.
Yep.
Yeah.
I totally understand that. Yeah.
Bunny asked me how long is the drive to the Triple Crown. It's 4 hours. To the Clash, I think I looked it up once, but I don't remember. It's like 10 hours, I think, isn't it?
The Clash is in what, New York, right?
Pennsylvania? New York, Pennsylvania? I don't know. Somewhere around there.
It's
But yeah,
it's over in that area of the United States that I'd rather not be in.
right. Am I doing a Reefapalooza? Not this year. Maybe next year. I think next year I might try to do an Aquashella. So that a lot of fish fam is still there and still have the salt water.
Yeah, I think but that is funny. They want you to experience the extremes there, Mandy. You know,
Right?
get the full heat of Texas and then get the full cold of Chicago.
Well, in Chicago, October in Chicago might still be warm.
Yeah, it might
Probably
be all right.
It's probably just be really windy. Really windy. Because of that season change.
See, a select pet, like when I get like a really bad anxiety attack too, like sometimes I'll start coughing and then like the coughing, I will like think that, oh, my coughing is annoying everybody.
Yeah.
So then I try not to cough, which then makes my coughing worse. And then like, so I'm like holding it back. And like my face is like red and I'm like sweating and crying. And then everybody's looking at me like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm just dying over here, you know?
I was in between, or I forgot to have my meds refilled or something. I was something about my medicine was delayed and I didn't take my anxiety meds for like a month. So I'd be walking around and I was at Petco at the time. I just have my hand on the chest, taking deep breaths, and like Salty or some of my coworkers would be like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just can't breathe. I'm just having a panic attack for no reason. I'm fine." And I like have to walk away. I'm like, I'm fine. And they're like, "Why? What's
I'm
freaking out?" I'm like,
fine. Bye-bye.
yeah. And they're like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "There's nothing wrong. It's literally a panic attack over nothing. Like it's literally nothing. It's fine. I just can't breathe. It's fine. I'm fine."
It just makes it worse when you know it's over nothing.
Yeah. That you can't, like, there's nothing to calm down. So it's just happening.
Yeah. But yeah, I think next year I'm probably going to try to hit one of the Aquashellas. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, we should go to Chicago. That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Chicago would be cool. I could, then stop off and see Terry's Tropical Tanks on the way too if he's not there.
I was telling my boss because I was going to try to go to the Aquashella Chicago this year, but my sister's getting married that weekend, so that's why I changed to Triple Crown. But I was telling my boss about it, and he goes, "Oh, you could hit up APET, and you can bring fish back with you." I was like, "If you want to turn this into a business trip, I'm all about that. You can pay for my gas on the way home. That's fine."
Big Tank Hank is in the house. And Anthony's Fishy Friends had a question for you. Gina, what position did you hold at Petco and why did you leave?
I held pretty much every position at one point.
That's what she said.
Yeah. I left because I got a job offer at an LFS. I felt like I capped out at Petco, learning all I could about aquatics and stuff, and I did not want to be a store manager officially. So yeah, I went to an LFS and I'm the store manager there, which is so much better than being a store manager at a Petco. So
yeah.
It's
You have freedoms that you just don't have when you have the corporate lifestyle,
like ordering the frozen fish food for fish fam members. I wouldn't be able to do that at Petco. Just whatever I had is what I had. But now I can special order things because I have more freedom. There's a lot more footwork because there's not that corporation to check prices and establish sales, and I have to figure all that out. I have to do all that footwork, but it's so worth it because of the freedom. Yeah. Her position was always, these people suck. Yes. Yeah, no, I started as a cashier. About a year into that, I became aquatic specialist. And then after about a year and a half of being aquatic specialist, I got an offer to transfer to another store and become management. And then I went through the various management positions. And then, yeah. Over a 7 period.
My experience at Pet Supplies Plus was backwards from the way it's supposed to work. I got hired as the assistant manager, and then a couple months in, I got demoted to supervisor. And then even though I was still technically a supervisor, my last several months there, I was pretty much a cashier, and that was it. They wouldn't let me do anything in the back anymore. And it's just I just didn't understand why. I work hard, and I do everything that I'm supposed to do. My boss just hated me.
Yeah, that always sucks. You remember Jim, who used to work at the local Petco? Jim, the fish guy?
Yeah, he would. Jim and I actually had a really nice relationship. He would send people down to us all the time. And if there was something that we didn't have, I had no problem sending people down to Jim, Yeah.
Well, we started kind of doing that at the end of my Petco career.
Yeah.
I would you would send people to me for Hillstream loaches, and I would send people to you for rubber lip or clown plecos.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, he started working at Pet Supplies Plus. Not yours, but a different one. He just made a Facebook post about it. And I was like, oh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He's really cool. We should have him up on a stream sometime.
I definitely thought about maybe trying to transfer to a different one. But then it's I don't feel like I probably could have. I feel like if I tried to leave to go to another Pet Supplies Plus, Alicia would have just given me such a hard time to try to keep me back or whatever. Even though her boss, Kelly, absolutely loved me.
Yeah.
Kelly is the whole reason I even got a job there in the first place. Alicia tried to, you want a job here? I'm like, I got to go where the money's at. And then she goes and talks to Kelly, and Kelly's like, yeah, we'll pay what we're willing to pay if it's a good candidate. And I did a phone interview with Kelly, and I even talked Kelly up more than what I was originally asking for. And she totally gave it to me. And then it's yep.
Yeah.
Just had their cichlid convention last month. Yes, I remember because you gave me a link to that chat and stuff at the Italy convention, and it was at gosh, what it was at 4 a.m. or something like that, I think.
Yeah, the time difference. He also said you're actually has a catfish society, unlike the U.S. Didn't you just mention that there's a catfish event?
We don't have a catfish society, but there is the catfish cataclysm, which is basically a giant catfish swap auction, selling thing or whatever. And that's pretty much it. It's not quite the same as the American Live Bearers Association or anything like that.
Oh,
There's
God.
no American Catfish Association.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if it was like a club run event, but I guess not. More like a hobbyist run event.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that's just up there in Chicago. Yeah, and like Chewy said, it's only every 2 years or so.
Gotcha. Cool.
So yeah, I don't
That'd be
think
fun
it
to
is
go
this
to.
year. I think they had it last year though.
That'd be fun to go to just to see all the catfish.
Yeah,
I love seeing giant catfish.
catfish are fun.
My coworker just came in the other day, and he goes, "Have you ever seen orca catfish?" And I was like, "What?" And yeah, he went on Google and showed us. They're so freaking cute. They're so cute. You looking it up now?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Oh
They're
my
so,
goodness.
I know, they're so cute.
It is like a baby orca.
It is. He's like, when we start doing freshwater, we need to have those. He goes, well, duh. And I was like, shut up, Frank. They're so cute. Wonder if anybody in Fish Fam has any.
I don't think so. I know we have a couple people in Fish Fam that have the I think that's what it is, the Pandagara. Well, yeah, they have the Pandagara. Oh yeah, it's the babies that look like that. They don't look like that when they get bigger.
Oh, we didn't go that far into Googling, but yeah, they're so cute.
And I think there's also Zebra Gara. Nope, maybe not.
But yeah, orchid catfish. We were oogling over them for a little bit.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that's nice is I can do that on the clock at work. If as long as it's slow and as long as work is still, tanks are still being managed, we can sit there and just start Googling fish.
Yeah.
Can't do that at Petco.
Nope. You have time to lean, you have time to clean.
Oh my god. Yes.
If
If you have nothing to do, go dust the shelves. If you have nothing to do, take the dust mop and find how many dog toys are underneath all the aisles. And it's like, oh my god, really? Go scrape gum off the front sidewalk. It's like, man, come on.
Yeah. I always thought that was really dumb.
Yeah. I'm like, that's the landlord's job, not mine. Jesus.
Okay. CatCon this year run by Potomac Valley Aquarium Society. Last year for that one. Catfish Cataclysm next year in Midwest. Yeah. Thanks, Alishon.
Well, that was close. Almost overflowed the tank. Oh no, Scotty. Oh no.
Oh man.
Yes, tennis balls. Any of the balls, there's usually at least like 10 of them underneath the shelves. Also, cat cans always end up underneath the shelves.
Yep, cat cans.
We found a couple employee name tags because, like, when you're stocking the dog food, they're held on with magnets, so sometimes they fall off and tumble under the shelves, and you can't find them, so you end up ordering new ones.
Yep.
Toys in general, yeah.
And then just so much dust.
So much. Oh my god. And then so many spiders too, especially those bottom shelves. So many like the brown house spiders. So many spider eggs underneath.
Oh, yeah.
Because the crickets get loose, so it's like a plentiful food supply.
Crickets get loose. Sometimes the anoles get loose.
I was always really good about not getting the reptiles loose. One time, a crescent gecko jumped out and then climbed into the reptile habitats, like between the drawers. I literally tore that whole system apart, and I got him. I was like, "You are not being loose in the store."
Oh yeah, no, I tried so hard to catch different anoles and stuff sometimes because I mean we'd have to like catch them in order to clean out their thing, and I lost one anole one time, but then there'd be times that I'd see little anoles like popping their heads out from like underneath the shelves because they would get out themselves. Like for some reason, I don't know why we never changed the containers, but the old lid, like the top, the magnet, like fell off or something to where like it wouldn't just like stay closed by the magnet. So sometimes when you like shove it back, if you shove it back just a little too hard, the lid opens up a crack, and then they can jump right out. But then, one time we had a gargoyle gecko, and that was a really cool gecko. But like, you couldn't see him. He always like blending in the piece of wood and stuff like that. So I'm trying to like show him to a customer. So I have like my hand in there, and I like grab the like little cave, and I like flip it over, and he just like bolts out and starts running, and I'm like sliding on the floor chasing this gecko.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
We had that once with an iguana hopped out of the habitat. Luckily, it was on the bottom habitat, so it didn't fall far. But yeah, it just started scurrying across the floor, and I was like, "No, grab him!" One time, I don't think it was one of ours. It was really strange. One time, I was fixing, straightening everything at the end of the night, and I went to dog collars. There's just a veiled chameleon just hanging out on one of the pegs, and I'm like, "Hello, you're not supposed to be here." Like, I went around and asked. I'm like, "Are we missing a chameleon, or were we missing a chameleon at some point?" And everyone's like, "No, they've all been accounted for like months." And I'm like, "Well, where did he come from?" Yeah, it was just a veiled chameleon, not skinny. So I have no, and that's why I think it was like an abandoned pet, because like he didn't have metabolic bone disorder, and they're really susceptible to that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, just found a chameleon just on the peg and dog collar, and I'm like,
that was my first instinct. Was like, kid brings chameleon in the store, puts chameleon up on shelf, can't get chameleon, forgets about it by looking at fish, and then.
But nobody like came back to try to claim them, so I have no idea. It was bizarre. Yeah. It was so bizarre. I was like, we got an extra chameleon now.
The parents probably had it. You're like, oh well, you lost your chameleon. Well, that's it. No pets for you.
Probably, yeah. We've had how many pet, not dog or cat, but how many pet abandonments have you had at Pet Supplies Plus?
I mean, we always had a bunch of fish that came in.
No, I don't mean like relinquished. I mean abandoned. Like somebody put it on a shelf and left it there and left. Yeah.
Never had that happen when I was there.
I've had it happen with guinea pigs multiple times at multiple stores. Somebody will have it in like a shoebox or something, and then and it not even in the animal section. They'll go to like the cat food or the dog food and put it on the shelf and just leave it there. And I'm like, so at the end of the night when we're straightening stuff out, we'll just find a box and we're like, who left a shoebox here? And then pick it up and it twitches, and it's like, there's an animal in here. And then they usually come to me because I'm not afraid of anything. I'm not afraid to be bit by anything. So they're like, Gina, there's something in here. And I'm like, oh my God, okay. And I open it. I'm like, it's a guinea pig, guys. And they're like, well, we didn't know. I didn't know if it was a snake or something. And I'm like, yeah, had it multiple times.
You can tell by the way it twitches if it's like a rodent or if it's like something else. But.
I know.
I was always the one to be sticking my hands in with the scorpions and the tarantulas and stuff too. Nobody wanted to mess with those guys.
Gosh, I also had one time with a turtle slider.
They would bought like all these like brushes and stuff, so it's like try and ease the tarantula with the brush or whatever. I'm just like, whatever. I'm just gonna use my finger, poke it in the butt, get it onto my hand, and there we go. And now it's in the container. Like,
I never picked up tarantulas by hand just because I have used like the snake feeding tongs, because sometimes when I do start nudging it, they do start throwing hairs. Yeah. So I've never used my hands for that. But no, we have also had I don't remember if it was a red ear or some kind of slider was abandoned in the store in a box on the shelf.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, people are. Yeah.
Never had that happen. Like we had animals that were like offered to us, and we had people asking us like, where can I get rid of my 6-foot python or whatever? And we get questions like that, but we never had just anybody just straight up abandon their animal in the store.
Yeah. Yeah, I would take in pets all the time. What I hate is when people just show up with them. And I tried my best not to turn them away, but sometimes I just simply don't have space for them. Especially like the month after Christmas when everybody's getting deciding they didn't want their guinea pigs or whatever they bought for Christmas and realizing that, oh, this takes work. I don't want this anymore. Like the back room would be full. Like I'd literally have no space.
Yep. Yeah. Like I know we decided that we weren't gonna do the dumb customer of the week tonight because we couldn't think of any, but I've been thinking about so many different dumb customers that I've had. Like this one lady.
We can do an unofficial one. We won't do the whole, but we'll just talk about it.
Because I mean, this one lady, I don't even remember like what fish she had, but it was like a giant gourami or a big African cichlid or something, and she was just like trying to like give it to us, and we're just like we don't really have a spot to put us. Like none of us really want to take it home, so like you can't just like leave it here. And she just basically started insisting that it's like either you guys are gonna take it or I'm just gonna dump it down the toilet or throw it down the sewer. And it's just like, well, that's just not the right sort of mentality to have. So I guess we ended up taking it in or whatever, but it's like, why is that just their resort, their idea? Like, I just don't get it.
Yeah. Zen had a question. Anyone ever try the Omega-1 Super Veggie dried seaweed with ottos? Can't keep ottos alive for more than a couple months. They never seem to eat it, but her loaches love it. Yeah, I don't see why not.
The Super One are you talking about like the strips or whatever? Or are you talking about the little like the singing pleco pellets or whatever?
I think she's talking about just the Omega-1 seaweed that like we would have in the marine section.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the green seaweed. I don't see why not.
I'm not sure if ottos would go for that or not. Ottos tend to be pretty darn picky. Like I've heard they don't go for cucumber or zucchini or like any of those vegetables. They need like a specific type of like surface algae.
Yeah.
Because like all ottos, the ones that you find they're all wild caught. Like I don't think anybody is breeding autocinkless.
Yeah.
So that can be the really difficult thing too, is because they're wanting all their wild food, these algae that are growing in these streams, and we're trying to supplement that with these prepared foods, and they're just not ready for it. Yeah, the dried nori strips. Yeah.
Anthony says my local Petco had a 2-foot clown knife left in a bucket. Guy dropped the bucket and ran away. Yeah, I believe it. Yep.
Wow. We had somebody bring in a giant cooler full of goldfish, and I ended up taking them home, threw them in my pond, and now they're no longer with us because of my pond accident, but they were really happy for a good while.
Slug Pet says had someone we didn't know, or no, had someone knowing we didn't take in kittens and puppies, pull their car up to the front door, open the store door, threw in a box of kittens in the store, and squealed tires sped away. Oh my God. Because then you have to call animal control, and nobody likes to send animals to animal control.
Yeah.
Lady Rorschach, what's up? Thanks for joining us.
Okay, so your Hillstream Loaches and your Pandagar like it, so I don't know, I'd give it a try. That's
Doesn't
all
hurt
you
to
can
try.
do is give it a try. And yeah, they do come from very soft water. Soft, fast moving water.
Yeah.
Yes, hello, Lady Rorschach. Oh.
It always makes me think, what is that? League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, is that the movie? With Rorschach?
No, that's the Watchman.
The Watchmen. I need to watch that movie again. Anytime I see her, I think of her. I'm like, I
Just
need to watch the movie again.
get the graphic novel. It's much better than the movie. The movie was terrible.
That's what I'll do.
They pretty much ruined half those characters with that movie.
Select Pet
But
said
Rorschach was probably the best character in that movie.
I think it was everybody's favorite character. Yeah. He's like the Deadpool of that movie, kind
Yeah.
of. Animal Control said, "What's the problem? You're a pet store, right?" Yeah.
Yep.
Unfortunately, here in the bigger city, Animal Control is aware that Petco and PetSmart can't do anything with those animals, so they know.
Yeah.
I've had to call Animal Control on an abandoned dog 3 times in my 7 years at Petco. It's sad. And they're always the sweetest dogs. Like, they're not aggressive, not mean. They're always the sweetest dogs too.
Yeah. I had to call the cops on a lady that was beating her dog in our self-wash station.
I always wondered about that when I heard you guys had a self-wash. I'm like, I wonder how sketchy that gets.
It can get pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, especially like because we had a pretty good system of now the other Pet Supplies Plus would do it different. They were in like nicer neighborhoods, so they just like pretty much let you go to the back, and they had like towels and everything back there, and you pretty much paid when you were done with it. But we live in an area where we can't trust people like that, so
Yep.
we had to force people to pay for it ahead of time, and then we give them towels and all that stuff. And yeah, all the time people would try and get free washes, and they go back there with their really aggressive dogs and stuff like that too. And yeah, it definitely got pretty sketchy. Emmett Smith, thank you for joining us, even if the first thing you say is something really sad.
Yeah. That's why I try not to. Ever since we decided to start getting dogs in this house, we always swore never to go to a breeder. It's like there's too many dogs in shelters that need homes. So rescues, shelters, all that stuff.
Select Pet, I don't know if you're making a joke or if you're actually serious that the people in the Chinese restaurant were going to give those kittens a home.
I hope it's a joke. I hope it's a joke.
No, I hope he's serious that they were actually going to give them a home. Not
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yes. Take care of them when you get them. Yes. But the good part of working at a pet store is that when the Karens do come in, you can just go snuggle a puppy and make yourself feel better.
Yeah.
Very unique to a pet store.
Yep. And I mean, even if you don't like sell the animals, sometimes people bring some really different animals in.
I love when people brought their reptiles in to shop.
Reptiles. Yeah, it's so great when somebody would come in with like a python around their neck or a bearded dragon on their shoulder and stuff like that. And we had this one lady that would bring in rabbits every so often, and we would trim the rabbits' nails back in the salon area.
Mm-hmm.
And But probably the coolest animal that we ever had come in, we had a blue macaw come in. That was
Yeah.
really cool.
We had once somebody bring in their baby monkey, a little
Nice.
capuchin. Or not a capuchin. It's the smaller one with like the mane. That's not a capuchin. That's a
The lion, the lion face,
yeah.
I think
Mhm.
is what it's called, or something
Yeah.
like that.
They had a little baby one. I call it a baby. It wasn't actually a baby, but you know, when it has a diaper on, you call it a baby.
Yeah. See, I never saw a monkey come into the pet store, but we did have a monkey come into Target once.
Oh,
So
interesting.
we had a rule at Target where basically we were to allow service animals, but it's like
Yeah.
people often took advantage of that. We
A
had
tamarin. Yes.
people bring their dogs with a bladder problem or a bowel problem, just right in and just let it use the bathroom all over the floor and not say anything.
Yep.
And then, but yeah, we had somebody bring in a monkey one time, and we didn't know it at first. They walked into the store with a stroller, and then like 20 minutes later, I'm walking through the store and I see the same people, but they're still pushing the stroller, but now the monkey is out on this lady's shoulder. So it's just
Did
like,
it have a
oh my
leash
God.
on it?
I think so.
Okay,
I
that's
think it
acceptable.
did.
I would accept that if it had a leash on it.
Honestly, I don't remember. Yeah, I think that's right there, Bunny. I think it's a tamarin.
Yeah, a tamarin. Yeah.
Yeah. But man, no, this was a capuchin, and it was super cute, and it was really well behaved and all that, sitting on her shoulder and all that. So it's like I kind of mentioned it to a couple people. It's like I don't know what to do about it, but it's really well behaved. So it's
Yeah.
behaving way better than half the kids we have in here. So I
Right.
got no problem with it.
Yeah. I mean, technically, it's a primate, and primates are allowed in the building. So is it really that different?
Okay, so he said he's serious. They took them for their kids to play with. The people that worked at the restaurant were good customers of mine. Bought a lot of koi and Malawi cichlids too.
Okay, that turned wholesome. I'm happy about it.
Yeah, as long as they didn't serve, kung fu cat later, we're good. Or kung pao cat.
Kung Pao cat. Zen said,
They actually do have little portable fish tanks, and I absolutely hate them. I've seen people carrying, goldfish in like those critter carriers, like just full of water. And it's just like your fish doesn't want to go on a walk with you.
right?
They want to be able to actually swim around and move. But I do like the backpacks that people put. Like I've seen bearded dragons. I've seen cats in there.
Yep.
I've seen a full setup with a parakeet in the back of there.
Yep.
And I saw hedgehogs in the back of one too.
Nathan's home. He was at the gym getting his swole on. So did you work out today? Yeah, arm day.
Yeah, Missouri, you're allowed to have exotic pets, and we have laws that are kind of similar to Texas, but Texas is like full on, like you can have whatever sort of pet you want. There are more pet tigers in Texas than there are wild tigers in the entire world.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
I think there's more pet tigers in Texas than all the tigers in the rest of the world, including those at zoos too.
Lady Rorschach, in my opinion, primates are too complicated and cognitively engaging to be kept in domestic settings. Yes.
That, and then they have the attitude of somebody with in their terrible twos. So if they don't get their way, they throw a fit. They have very sharp teeth. They're way stronger than us because they don't have that sense of like self control. So like
Yep.
you're talking about something that can just easily bite your finger off, when you try and scratch its cheek.
Yep. And they scratch too. People don't realize like they scratch. And that strength behind it, oh my God, just tears right through skin.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Same with like squirrels. Like a lot of people like squirrels. Oh, they're adorable. They're cute. I'd love to have one as a pet, but it's like their claws are meant for climbing, and your leg might be that tree that they want to climb, and they have no sense of like I'm on a human versus a tree. They just go.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a vet show. I think it's streaming on Disney Plus. Exotic vet down in Texas. And yeah, just anytime a lemur is on the show, oh my God, they're just the meanest little things ever.
Yeah.
And anytime like a primate is on the show, she even advocates, she's like, these are not good pets. I don't understand why. And apparently baby monkeys, like any kind of baby monkey, they have to quarantine for the first year. Like you have to be careful with who you interact with because if they catch herpes, like it's the same herpes that we would catch. If they catch herpes in that first year, they're dead. So you have to be really careful.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, so somebody that lived in Texas had a ringtail lemur, and they moved up to this area. So there's somebody in the same area as you and I that has a ringtail lemur.
I've seen them. They came whenever I worked at the Brentwood store. They came in a couple times. I've seen it. He's so cute, and that's a well-behaved one. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, she was telling me how well behaved it is, and it's just like, wow, that's really cool. You'll have to bring it in sometime. She never brought it in. At least not when I was there.
Yeah. It was always fun when they would bring it in.
Yeah, and see, that's my big thing there, Lady Rorschach, is people get monkeys and they treat them like they are forever children.
Yeah.
Or like little dolls and things like that. Now, I hate it enough when people treat their own kids that way. But it's like, then you're taking a wild animal and you're treating it that way. I mean, there are people out there that no matter what you tell them, no matter what they do, they will always see other things as toys. Like, that's what we call a narcissist, like, you have people that dress up their dogs in little outfits and get their fancy haircuts and dye their dog's hair. I've seen people even get their dog's ears pierced before. And then it's like they do the same thing with monkeys. I see people putting their cats in dresses and dancing around with their cats. And I'll fully admit that I make my cat dance around sometimes. It's fun to mess with her a little bit, but I still treat her like a cat. I don't treat her like she's a doll that I can just dress up whenever I want.
Yeah. Now, that being said, Riley, the black dog that was just up here a little bit ago, she loves wearing coats and stuff, but I don't like make whole costumes for her. But like in the wintertime, since she's short hair, I get her coats, I get her sweatshirts and all that stuff. She loves it. I don't force her to do it. She loves
those short-haired dogs. They actually do really like that. They really appreciate that in wintertime. I know, like, we live in a heavy, like, pit bull, cane corso, like, big short-haired dogs. And it's so fun to just watch this pit bull with its massive head running around in a pink sweater, just having a blast,
Or like his onesies or something. Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah, but it's like, but that's different. Like that has a point behind it.
That's functional.
It's like the same reason as keeping your husky inside on the air conditioning. Like there's a reason behind it, and they actually appreciate having a coat and having, mittens and stuff like that to keep their paws from freezing.
Yep. Yeah, it's functional, not cosmetic.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree
Yeah.
with you there, Evan. Big cats are not pets.
Yep.
It would be cool to have like a jaguar, if it were to act like a normal like house cat, but it's not going to.
No. I would rather volunteer at a cat sanctuary where I can interact with them. I wouldn't want one at home.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Because it's not
thought
like
about like trying to get a job at like the wolf sanctuary and
that's really cool.
stuff like
Because it's
that.
not something like you go visit and then expect to interact with them. It doesn't. You have to build a trust bond with them, just like with any intelligent animal. So
Yeah.
yeah, volunteer work where you could actually interact with them and build a relationship with them would
But
be really
I believe it's in Sweden, they have their own version of a wolf sanctuary where
mm-hmm.
they do interact with them all the time. And
Yep.
so you can actually get a ticket to go cuddle with wolves and watch the Northern Lights. It's like,
That'd be
oh, that sounds awesome.
that'd be so cool. Guess I'm going to Sweden.
Yep.
Gotta go renew my passport.
And it's like that's the difference between, the United States and like different parts of like Europe and stuff. Like we have our wolf sanctuary where we try to not interact with them at all and we keep them separated and give them the best care that they can, but they're still in like big cages pretty much, whereas like their wolf sanctuary is like this big open area and then they interact with them all the time.
Big reservation, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be so cool. Garcia is here.
I forgot to say hi to Mike B with our aquatic universe. I've even highlighted a couple of his comments and stuff. And yes, Garcia Aquatics is here. I wonder if there's anybody I missed. I don't think so. If I missed you, if I didn't say hi to you, say something in chat right now.
Blanket hello. Yeah. Do you have any plans for tomorrow or Monday for the 4th?
Oh, yeah. So, not quite sure yet what I'm actually going to do on the 4th. I might go over to a friend's house and just kind of barbecue. Because I got some burgers and stuff that I need to make. But tomorrow, my family is doing something real special. So it all started a little over a decade ago. My brother turned 20 in December, a little over like a decade ago, a little over a decade ago. And I have 3 older sisters and my younger brother. We're all roughly 2 years apart. The greatest distance is me and my youngest older sister, which we're like 2.5 years apart because she was born on the 1st yesterday and I was born in November. So it's, summer versus winter. But then, so when my brother turned 20, like we just got this idea. It's like, wait a minute, all 5 of us kids are in our 20s right now. This is never ever going to happen again because in August my oldest sister's going to turn 30. So
Right.
we decided that we were going to host a big party just for all of us kids, get some friends and family involved, and we threw a roaring 20s party.
Nice.
In our 20s. Well, now a decade later, my brother turned 30 last December. So before my oldest sister turns 40, tomorrow we're going to have our Great Depression 1930s party where we're going to wear old, like, fashion clothes that are going to be raggedy and stuff. And we're going to have soup and bread lines. And I'm bringing my record player and we're going to listen to old jazz music and stuff on vinyl. And it's just going to be a lot of fun.
That sounds like so much fun. Oh my God. I'm
Yep.
just going over to the house to barbecue and swim in her pool. Like, now
Yep.
my plans are boring.
And then, in another decade, we'll have our 1940s party where we're all going to dress up in like World War II gear and stuff like that. And we're going to take down Hitler.
Take down Hitler. Yes.
Oh,
Oh
and
my God.
some of the other things, like, so a lot of different candy actually like came out in the 1930s. So we have a different candy bar that came out in each of our year that we were born, quote unquote, based off our ages, what year it was. So I'm 32. So what came out in 1932 and, stuff like that. So there's a lot of different fun things involved. So it's a lot of fun.
That does sound like a ton of fun. Oh my God. Great Depression party, LOL. Yep. JRB, hello, hello.
And it just so happens to fall right before we're going to enter another Great Depression.
Right. Oh my gosh.
It's ironic.
Hey Gina, what do you think about the Aqueon Edge light? Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
The lard sandwiches, yeah. Now we're gonna have pea soup and chicken noodle, and then bread. And then my sister's gluten free, so she had to make all of her own like bread and stuff because she also just can't do soup. She doesn't like to drink her food.
There's a guy on TikTok I'll have to share. He does a lot of like Depression era recipes. I think there's something called a water pie. Yeah, like it's probably too late for you to incorporate any of those recipes, but you could probably at least like bring up the TikToks and see what works, see what work. Yeah, because that's the point is that he tries it and then he eats it and he's like tells you if it's good or not.
Yep. So what do you think about the Aqueon Edge Lit?
It's just overpriced. I mean, it's cool. But it's just for aesthetics. It's really cool. I mean, that's the example, the 6-gallon beta tank that I set up at Petco. That's an Aqueon Edge light. And I purposely got an Edge light instead of just the frameless because of the gimmicky nature of it. I could change the color depending on like what holiday was coming up or have it rotating colors. And it's eye-catching. It's cool. It's just overpriced.
I agree with you 100%. It's overpriced, but it's kind of cool just having the light going up the edge. But I have there was another one. It was like an Aqueon, like 7.5 gallon, like shrimp cube that I got. And it had lights that were like on the outside rim, just little LED lights on top. And it's like, it wasn't enough light to actually like grow plants out of. So I still had to like put a light on top of it.
Yeah, it's literally for aesthetics. It doesn't benefit the tank at all. It's literally just aesthetics.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I personally would not spend the money on an Edge Lit. I just get one of the rimless tanks that are, $20 cheaper, but the same exact thing.
Yeah.
And do that. Because depending on which one of those you get, sometimes they actually come with a lid too.
Yeah, if it's not a standard size. So like the 10-gallon one doesn't come with a lid because it's just you would just have to get a 10-gallon lid for it. But the 6-gallon did come with a lid because it's not a standard size tank.
Hot water cornbread.
Yeah, hot water cornbread. Yep, that was the recipe he did. And then there's other recipes that just have alternate ingredients, like 3 ingredient recipes because of the Depression. You didn't have access to the regular ingredients. So yeah, it's really cool. I'll have to send you a link to that TikTok channel if you're even on TikTok.
No, I'm not.
Okay, are you on? Oh no, you're not on Facebook either. Instagram?
Nope.
Nothing. Okay, never mind then.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Evil.
Right.
I've been so much happier ever since I got rid of
Well, I
Facebook.
could still send you his like name, and then maybe like one of your siblings can look him up on theirs, and you can watch the videos.
Yeah, I'll talk to my nieces and nephews and have them show me the TikTok
Have
stuff.
him pull it up, and you guys can kind of scroll through a couple of them.
Even
He's
though
fun.
I don't even know if any of my nieces and nephews would have a TikTok. They're pretty intelligent.
Well, if they're on Facebook or Instagram, I think he also puts the videos out there too.
Oh,
So
yeah. And sometimes those TikToks end up on YouTube Shorts too. So
oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's honestly how I get my little bit of a TikTok fill or whatever is the YouTube Shorts.
I'll have to see if he has a YouTube. Maybe puts them up there. So yeah, or at least you can just search his name on YouTube, and I'm sure they'll come up.
Lots of beans.
Beans, and lots of lard. Lots of lard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Zen Ginger that said her grandpa used to talk about how they choose the tar out of the new streets. I don't think that's true. I don't know, Zen. Did I?
Oh, no.
No, I don't believe in social media.
I found myself not really going on Facebook too often anymore. I've just mostly been on YouTube now, socializing with Fish Fam. Like that's all the socialization I need now. I'll check Facebook like just to see what like my friends and family have been posting, but I'm just not that active on it anymore.
Actually, Garcia, I don't even like YouTube, but I deal with it because there's a lot of educational stuff out there on YouTube, and that's actually most of the stuff that I watch. And then I get, I can pretty much get whatever you can get whatever you want out of YouTube, really. I mean, they do censor a lot of different things, but for the most part, like you can get news from it, you can get stupid stuff from it, you can get just pure entertainment, you can get stuff to learn about. Like one of my favorite channels is oh man, I can't remember the guy's name because I only recognize it from the thumbnails, but he's got a very interesting voice, and the thumbnails and the things are always like true facts about the nudibranch or whatever.
Oh my god, Zip Frank.
Yeah, Zafrank.
Yeah. Zip Frank.
And he's always like the cuttlefish.
Yeah.
Like
I love it.
the way that he talks about all the animals.
Yep. He's an OG YouTuber.
Yeah. He's one of my favorite channels because he's both hilarious and educational.
Yep. Zen Gender said he said they probably didn't have a TikTok because they were intelligent. That's how she's saying that you called her stupid.
So Zen is actually, she got it. She got the joke. So therefore, you're not stupid. Good job, Mandy. You figured it out.
There you go.
But yeah, so it was actually like we had a 29-gallon community freshwater tank growing up, but it was my uncle's 55-gallon saltwater tank that I was like super amazed with.
Yep.
Because he had some clownfish. He had a blue tang, and he had like an angelfish in there too, some type of angel, whatever type of angel gill from Finding Nemo was. And
Moorish Idol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moorish. Yeah, one of those. Yeah.
Moorish Idol. Yep.
Had one of those, and he had like a couple of anemones and some corals. And yeah, I actually got some of his old equipment including like his like protein skimmer and some of
Oh,
that stuff.
we have what's called a henny for short. I forget what the whole name is, but we call them the poor man's Moorish idol. They look like a Moorish idol, a little bit smaller, and they're like half the cost. But yeah, they're called hennies.
Maybe
Um,
that's what he had too, because I don't think he was like he was spending some time on it and he was definitely investing, but I don't think he was buying like the most expensive fish out there. So he was probably got the cheaper one, yeah.
Garcia's asking me, Gina, do you think a 60-gallon cube would be good for flower horns? I'd have to know the dimensions of the
I
60
think a
gallon.
flower horn would be best in a 75 gallon.
Yeah.
They need side to side room as much as front to back too. So
I think cubes are better for keeping more smaller fish in rather than larger fish,
a 60-gallon cube would be great for some angelfish because
Yeah.
they don't necessarily need a whole lot of side to side or front. They like a lot of vertical.
Mhm.
And so that 60-gallon is, I believe, it's like 3 foot by 3 foot by like 2 foot, right? Something like that.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but that sounds about right. Yeah.
Or like 2.5 by 2.5 by 2, something around there.
Yeah.
So that would be like good for like some angelfish. But yeah, flower horn. Yeah.
Probably.
I agree with Mike B too. Yeah, put in a 90-gallon so it has a little bit more vertical too. But a
Yeah.
75 would be just fine. Because
Yeah.
they do get pretty large. Like we're talking, 7-8 inches, full size, plus the massive coke on his head. So
Yeah.
and then don't put anything in there with him.
Right.
It'll be food.
Oh, hold on. Somebody said it. Alishon said it. Heniokus? I don't know. We just call them hennies. Yep.
Neokus.
Yep.
Yeah, angels would be great in a cube.
Mm-hmm. They like to just
piranha though. That's interesting. I don't necessarily get what everybody's super fascination is with piranha.
I don't either. I mean, whenever I went to the aquarium and they have the piranha tank, I didn't realize that their scales like shimmered like a slight gold. But even then, I was like, meh. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like they were just a bunch of stationary fish.
Yeah.
And then they'd maybe like do that.
Yeah.
And that was it. They just sit there.
I think it's just the bragging factor of, yeah, I got piranhas at home. Like, yeah, cool, but like they're boring.
Right. They're boring. They're not really the most attractive looking fish at all. And then it's like, honestly, once you've fed them like 2 or 3 times, the thrill factor of a live feeding of piranha is like completely gone.
And they could decide to kill each other at any time.
Yeah, those vampire tetras that feed off of the piranhas now, those are some cool fish.
And I learned from my coworker, apparently a lot of people keep tiger barbs in with their piranha because the tiger barbs will act like the cleanup crew for the piranha.
Yeah.
It's kind of what they are in the wild, is the piranha cleanup crew.
Right, that's interesting, yeah. They do come from the same waters, so.
Oh, you're welcome, Bunny. I always got to give you lots of love.
Yep, silver dollars, giant tetras with anxiety.
Yeah.
Piranhas are just big tetras. So yeah, Don't let anybody tell you that tetras are peaceful fish because they for sure are not.
I one time almost ordered. Actually, I did order. Luckily, they zero shipped them, but I ordered bucktooth tetras, not realizing what they were. It wasn't until after, like a couple days after the order was in, so it was already too late to try to cancel it. But luckily, they zero shipped them. But I let my manager. I was like, "Yeah, I ordered these things called bucktooth tetras." She goes, "Why?" And I'm like, "Because they're different." And she goes, "You're gonna have to clear out a whole tank for them." I was like, "Oh, dang it!" But luckily, they didn't send them. So
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely all of a sudden would get a whole bunch of fish in, and it's like, where do we put them?
yes,
We had very limited space. And
fish
some
tetra.
things we were required to have because it was like on the planogram.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Petco loves their planogram fish, and then yell at you when things aren't available and the tanks are empty.
You know,
Like, what do you want me to do?
but it's
Because
like I would.
as soon as I fill it, that's when they're gonna come available again. They're gonna yell at me for not having the planogram fish. Like,
Yeah. And it's like some of these fish can go together in like bigger tanks, but you really shouldn't put them together in like smaller tanks. Like I
yep,
know Drew Fishy Biz has some African cichlids and bichures together, but it's like I wouldn't do that in a store.
yeah,
Cause I
yeah,
mean we did it a couple times and I just see these bichures with like no fins anymore.
yep.
They're just like little hot dogs that can't even swim, and it's just like you poor thing. Like,
Hmm.
or we'd put the crawfish in with the cichlids because we couldn't put the crawfish with anything else.
Right.
And then it's like it'd be good for a while, but then like the crawfish would definitely like try to molt, and it would just be gone.
Yeah.
And so then we'd take the dead crawfish out and we'd feed it to the hermit crabs, or I'd throw it in with the puffer fish too and let them have their fun with it for a while too.
Oh, something else really cool we got in yesterday at work was oh my god, a calico crab. Oh my god, it's a type of shamefaced crab. Um, it's so freaking cute. But it cannot go with other inverts. It will eat all the other inverts, but they're just so freaking cute.
Oh my goodness, yes they are.
Oh my god. And he's like the size of like a slide like a oh, not everybody has White Castle. Like a small slider, like a small burger. Oh my god. Yes. So cute. He's not quite that big. Yes, that's what he looks like. And he buries in the sand, so only his top is level with the sand. Oh,
Oh, there you go. That's probably about the size he is.
yeah, that's about the size he is. Yep. He's so freaking cute.
Nice.
That was something else that was really cool that came in that I hadn't seen before. That's something else. Like I think I'm like not like I'm like, oh, now I'm starting to get a handle on the saltwater, and then all of a sudden, like the boss orders without me there, and then the order comes in, and I'm like, what the heck is this? Like always something new I'm learning every week.
I know. And it's like I feel like I've probably finally figured out like all these different fish that are freshwater, and it's like there's still a whole bunch of freshwater fish that I haven't seen. And then you
Right.
throw me in the ocean, and it's just like
Oh
I don't
my
know
god,
any of these.
so much. And then like we are supposed to get what's called Chromia sea star, so it's like a really red reef safe starfish. They sent us some mystery starfish. I had to Google for like a half an hour to try to figure out what this starfish was. Turns out it's not reef safe. It's just the Florida orange starfish. Um, not reef safe, so we had to put it with the other not reef safe starfish. It's really cool looking, but it sucks because those not reef safe starfish are really hard to sell. So it's gonna sit for a long time.
I started collecting animals and stuff from such a young age, keeping praying mantis and caterpillars and turning them into butterflies and
Yep.
all that stuff.
What would those little crab eat? They're bottom feeders. So we put like brine shrimp and stuff in the tank. We do like a mix of mysis shrimp, brine shrimp, and then we actually tear apart seaweed. We soak it first in the tank water and then we like smash it up. So we have that mix that we put in all the tanks. And then we'll give him chunky meaty food, so either a krill, a piece of silver side, a piece of squid. We'll just kind of rotate it by the day so they get the balanced nutrition. Yep. And
Nice
that's what
meaty stuff.
nice smoothie. Yeah, the smoothie, and then we have the chunks. We have 2 different containers in the fridge. The meat smoothie and then the meat chunks.
Yes, I do agree with you. They should bring back the name Sabretooth, but I don't think anything qualifies as a Sabretooth, though. The closest thing that I'm thinking of is like maybe like the Thrasher shark, but that doesn't even have like for the Thresher shark. I mean, that's that's not even the one I'm thinking of. That's the one with the big tail.
Yeah.
There's a type of shark that just has crazy mangled teeth all over the place.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Is that a Mako shark?
Is it the one that has like the extending jaws? The deep ocean one? Or am I thinking of something else? There's a deep ocean shark that like extends its jaws out when it bites.
Yeah. I mean that's a lot of different sharks that have that sort of thing. The great whites can do that as well.
No,
I
but it's
think,
like pretty extreme. It's like almost like a foot out that it like, it's pretty prominent. I think your fish cam died.
did it?
I think so.
Actually, I think the fish cam is still going. I think the light just turned off because it's 10 o'clock.
Oh, there you go.
So it's been fun, everybody. I really
Yes.
appreciate y'all coming around and hanging out with Gina and I. We didn't really have a whole lot to talk about, but then all of a sudden we talked about so much stuff. It was pretty
Nathan
good.
found it, but there's not a name on it. Goblin shark. That's what it is. It's a goblin shark.
Oh, yeah, I know which one you're talking about now. Yeah, the goblin shark. Yeah, that thing is freaky looking.
Yeah.
Real quick, I'll show everybody if you don't know what the goblin shark looks like. It's this creepy thing.
Yep.
With the big old goblin nose and the yeah. Creepy, creepy, creepy. And then you got the cute one.
Oh. Oh my god. I need that.
But anyway, guys, I really appreciate you for coming and joining us and chilling on this Saturday night. I really hope you all have a great weekend and I stay safe out there.
Yes.
If you are in the United States and fireworks are, well, I'm not even going to say whether they're legal or illegal or not. If you have fireworks and you're going to be shooting them, be safe. Don't blow each other up.
Don't blow off limbs.
Make sure you always aim in the upward direction, not this way or that way.
If you're using a Bic lighter, turn it on its side. Don't get licked by whenever the fuse lights. I've done that before.
And please, no bottle rocket fights.
No. I want everybody to still have all 10 of, or whatever fingers you started with whenever
Yes,
you
I
started.
don't have 10.
Yeah, I was going to say, however many fingers you started the night with, I want you to end the night with.
Yeah. And I'm just going to hide under my couch all weekend.
Get you a weighted blanket.
I got no problem with fireworks on the 4th of July, but I hate all the random fireworks around it.
Yeah.
It's startling.
Just make it one night. Get through the one night. Get it over with.
Right. Got no problem with that.
Yeah. All
Anyway,
right.
y'all. Gina, you got anything you want to say?
No, just peace and chicken grease. Have a good night. Have a good, safe holiday.
Yep. So long. Thanks for the fish.